Hello again, and welcome back to TageTalks.com. If you haven't already, I encourage you to watch my introduction video at the top of this page to get an idea of who I am and what I hope to accomplish from this site. So, for my first video, I thought I would bring together two topics I studied in my undergraduate career in biology and in my graduate career in communications, and try to explain to you what the word meme is and where it came from, and how we can use its original scientific definition to explain how communication in the 21st century is guiding cultural evolution. The motivation for this video came from a video I saw from Daniel Dennett, who is a philosopher and cognitive scientist, and who described a crucial shift that occurred when humans developed the ability to rapidly share and apply selective pressure to memes through language. I'll add a link below to his talk that he recently did on The Big Think, which explains a lot of these topics in greater detail. So let's start at the beginning. What is a meme? Well, the evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins coined the term in his book The Selfish Gene, where he proposed that human culture, art, poetry, reality television, you name it, is made up of elements that are copied and copied and copied, and he called those little bits of information that are being copied memes. He suggested that it was through this copying and variations and competition from these copies that we got all the complexity that we now see in human culture. This is an elegant parallel to how natural selection works on genes through the copying and copying of DNA in evolution. So it's important to stop now and understand that what's really encoded in the genes in our DNA is not just a series of molecules, but information itself. This information is carried by the patterns of nucleotides, the A's, C's, T's, and G's of DNA. And what Daniel Dennett is saying is that we humans have created wonderfully various ways of replicating information in our culture, from cave paintings to writing, and now through digital communication through YouTube. In effect, competition among memes is a form of natural selection, which gave us the power to design our own memes. The result is a mind that not only perceives and controls, but also creates and comprehends, and was largely shaped by the process of cultural evolution via language. One of the great features of language, Dennett says, is that what makes language a potent medium for the transmission of information is that it is digitized in the same way that DNA is digitized. While DNA is composed of fundamental elements, the 4 nucleotides, language is composed of 20 to 30 phonemes, which we are designed to pick up in our native language. So Dennett gives an example of saying the word dog differently, like dog or dog or dog, and it all meaning the same thing, and that it doesn't take much effort for us to understand that it is the same thing. And that is digitization. Digitization is what makes it possible to transmit information from person to person to person without the person in the middle having to understand what it means. All they need to do is copy the phonemes and the message will get through. So you have these memes, these little bits of information, and you have a method of digital transmission in the form of language. Well, that's all well and good, but where it gets interesting is when you add competition to the mix. So with competition, memes, such as a certain way to build a bridge or something someone posts on Pinterest, would spread differentially because people could hear about better ways of doing things, and that could not even be recognized before, and those that adopted these methods fared better than those who didn't. And so human culture got off the ground, and now here we are. What we have today is a rich cultural stew of memes. Videos from across the world are copied and spread instantaneously, interconnecting nearly everyone on the planet, sharing ideas and ideologies. Memes are mixing and swirling, and what comes out the other end is anyone's guess, but the optimist in me tells me that it will be for the best. What do you think? Comment below and let me know, and I'll see you again next time on Tage Talks.